Air signs, there is a decision that needs to be made, my babies. And I know it sounds kind of sudden at the opening of the reading, but whenever I see the Two of Swords in a reading, that tells me that there is something that you have been contemplating for sure. With the Eight of Swords, you could be feeling stuck in your head a little bit, and it could be pertaining to some kind of connection, like a love connection with the Lovers and the Hierophant. When we're talking about the Lovers, right, we're talking about decision or choices. Love is a choice in itself. We choose who we love, even though we may feel like at the time we don't exactly have a choice over who we love, but we do. We choose, who we can love closely and then who we need to love from a distance. And it kind of feels like that this is a decision for you. Let's take love, for example, since the Lovers is out here, and I often associate the Lovers with romance. There's a decision that needs to be made about something you're passing judgment on after like a period of self-reflection here, where you're taking all of the data that you have gathered within a specific time frame, and it could have been like the very recent past, like the last few weeks, couple weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or even the past year, however long this dynamic has lasted. You're taking all of the data and you're forming a conclusion, how this dynamic makes you feel. Is it good for long-term investment, or is it just something that you need to cut off altogether? Because this connection has this underlying energy of grief, disappointment, dissatisfaction, almost like you're mourning what could have been, or I said could have been, but the word that I got was should have been, where you could have had high hopes about this connection, but things didn't go exactly as planned. And this could be life in general too. It doesn't just have to be love. There is an outcome that you were anticipating on having worked out, but it didn't work out the way that you thought it would, or you're not getting the fulfillment that you thought you would be getting from this connection. I'm feeling like the air signs collective is considering whether or not they are good in this partnership, or if they are solid on their own, with the Nine of Pentacles, single, independent, self-sufficient energy here. With the Ace of Swords, it's like this is truth and clarity coming in, where you have already resolved in yourself that you would be okay with or without this, whatever it is that you had an agreement with or some kind of arrangement with, whether it's a relationship or if it's like a partnership, some kind of union, business endeavor. At the end of the day, you just want balance and unity, and I feel like it kind of disrupts it a little bit. This is something that you have been considering for a while with the Death card. You're feeling strongly towards ending it for something better with the Star. You could have felt like this is something that you hoped and prayed for, but it didn't turn out to be like that, because it had you stuck in your head. There's a major lesson or a reason. I feel like the reason why this connection or this circumstance came into your life was to see things from a different perspective, because I feel like even after this connection, you are not the same person who you used to be. You're not the same person who you were at the beginning of this connection. You're not even the same person as you were before the connection. And you're definitely not the same as the person that you were for the duration of this connection. So overall, instead of seeing this as a hindrance or seeing this as lost time, was the time, the investment with the Nine of Pentacles, because this was your energy. I feel like even before the dynamic, this dynamic helped you step more into that more self-sufficient energy, owning who it is that you are, or seeing your true value and not being willing to slack on that or be blind to that. And this could be a situation where somebody had kind of slept on your potential, or there was a lot that needed to be said that wasn't really said. Because somewhere in the connection, it caused you to seek this clarity, this truth, wondering what the reality of this situation was. There's not a lot of forthright communication, I feel, in this connection. And it's something that you really wanted to commit yourself to with the Hierophant, but you're considering whether or not this is in alignment with your morals or your values. It's like you could be considering if this connection or this circumstance is in alignment with what you were taught versus what you are learning. You weren't able to see something clearly in this dynamic. This could have brought out your inner child in a way, or this is like you feeling accomplished of your inner child. It's like if you could speak with your inner child right now and talk about all of the things that you have done as far as like achievements, what you used to do or used to dream of becoming, or the things that you dreamed about doing as a child, this would be you celebrating those accomplishments or those achievements. Taking that and moving away from anything that doesn't fulfill you with the Six of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Three of Swords. This could have something to do with family or money, but this is you being assertive about establishing this legacy. Like you are not playing around with your peace anymore or your heart. Air signs, these are all of the messages that I have at this time. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. If you are wanting a personal reading, I have a few spots available on Patreon. So if you feel inclined or you want to catch the extended version of this message over there, by all means, feel free. Until the next time, I love you so much. Take care. Bye.